Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder, and I am here today to show you how to do a card using two stamp sets, and those are Waterfront and Best Catch. We're just going to be using the Fisherman this time and then Waterfront because these two seem to go really well together. The size seems to fit really well, and I love when that happens. Alright, so let's get started. I am going to start with a piece of white, and I'm going to do the Fisherman first. And that is because whatever is in the forefront of your card, and since he's the closest thing, you want to stamp him first because you don't want to have green or blue going across him. And I'll explain how we do that. Alright, so I'm going to come in with my memento, and this one I like to do from the top because I don't like to get the halos around the stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp him, try to get him straight, and stamp him down. Perfect! Okay, so then I stamped this image on a piece of Post-it note and cut out just the Fisherman. And as you can tell, I've done this quite a few times. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this on top of him. So this way he is covered. Let me go up just a little. He is covered so that let's start from the top. That's the most important. So his face. Okay, sorry. He is covered so when I go to put in the other stamps, it doesn't go on top of him. So first we're going to start off with the water. And I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper to stamp off on, because my ink pads, I just inked them, and so they're a little darker than I would normally have them, but they are still good. We just have to stamp off. So we are going to use the Balmy Blue. I had a little something on my stamp, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this off twice because it is just re-inked, and you see how dark that is. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to about to his backpack and stamp. And I'm using the water part for this, and what is great about this is that by turning it around, they kind of puzzle piece together. And since I'm going off, I'm going to go ahead and put that underneath. Okay, so we're going to keep doing that. Okay, so now that that is done, we're going to come in with the stamp that has the two things here, and I'm going to just stamp it straight on because I want it to look like it's moving water. And I'm going to go over some of the parts that I didn't like how it came out, but I want to make sure that I have that. Alright, so now we're going to clean this because I'm going to use it again. And I'm going to close up my blue so I don't accidentally go inside it, and come in with my Mossy Meadow. And again, I am going to stamp off because I've re-inked this a couple times too. So I'm going to start him about so the line is still in the trees. or in the grass. And this puzzle pieces together without having to turn it over. Whoops. Yes. And you can see why I have the mask, because when I go over him, that just makes it so you don't see it. Okay, let me get one more spot and this, there. Okay, I got a little bit of water on here and I did smush a little bit up there, but we'll keep going. Alright, so then I'm going to bring in my mountain, and that is right here. And I'm going to use the basic gray. And I'm going to keep the green open for now, but I'm going to move him so I don't accidentally use him. Alright, so I'm going to take the mountain and stamp straight on, pick it up and move it just a little bit and stamp it again. That gives you a background. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but this time I'm going to raise it up a little bit so that it looks like it's higher back there. Okay, so as you can tell, this is how you layer your stamps. Okay, then I'm going to come in now with my green, my mossy meadow, and put trees. So you can see how we're layering. Alright, and then I'm going to come in with, here it is, this one, the long one. And I am going to use Smoky Slate. And again, I'm going to stamp off, only because I want my clouds to be very light. And it is funny how this does really look like clouds when you stamp it like this. Kind of cool. They just look soft. All right. Okay, so now if I hadn't ruined up here, you would see that, but we can fix that by coming in with a sponge, and I'm going to use the soft, my mind just went blank. Smoky Slate, and come in and do the, just bring this in a little bit so that it's not so obvious that I did that. Okay, and then since we're doing that, we might as well come in with the Balmy Blue and do the bottom part. I think that'd look pretty. And I'm going to go over it just a little bit because there's some spots that are super, super light. Okay, I'm happy. Alright, now we're going to take the mask off. And he is the same way he was when we stamped him. So I'm going to come in with my light crumb cake blend and just color the whole thing in. Normally I would go in with ivory for his hands, but this is just, he's kind of in the shadow, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think anybody's going to come up behind me and say, well, he doesn't look right. And one more thing is that we have these lines here, and I'm going to take my Balmy Blue Dark and just go around the lines to make it look like just like that. So, and I had something on my stamp to get that, but it's okay. But so that there's that, and now I'm going to go ahead and mount it onto a black piece that this was, I'm sorry, 5 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to put it on a black piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to use my Tombow And place him on. So this is a really fast card, but it's so cool how they work together. And then I'm going to come in with some Mossy Meadow and put this on top. And this is 8.5 by 5.5. And if I would love it if you would choose me as your demonstrator if you live in the US. I've been stamping for over 15, well, about 18 years now, but I've been a demonstrator for over 15. And I love everything about it. Okay, so let me bring in my first one because it doesn't have the little spots there, but it does look pretty close. Oh, there we go. And I hope you enjoyed this and can see how just layering your stamps make it a lot of fun, and it'll hopefully get you to play with your other stamps together. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.